These are images of a vanished world. A community with a rich history dating back to the 3rd century BC. A once strong community of 40,000 Jews living in cities like Tripoli, Benghazi, Baida, and Misrata that no longer exists. A life of relative peace and prosperity would come to an end with the last years of colonial rule under Mussolini, World War II's Nazi occupation of Libya, and the continuous riots against the Jewish community after the creation of the State of Israel in 1948, the 1967 Six-Day War, and finally was Gaddafi's takeover in 1969. Most Libyan Jews relocated to Israel, among them the family of musician Yaniv Raba, who immigrated to Israel in 1951. In 2010, the Israeli-born musician founded the band known as the Libyans, and has embarked since on a mission of preserving and sharing with the world the essence of the sacred Jewish music of Libya, which still remains alive in certain spaces.
You could still find it, mostly in synagogues. Personally, for me, it wasn't difficult. I know these songs. I was raised on these liturgical songs and on this culture as a kid and teenager, raised in a religious family with a father who is a cantor.
To study the roots of Libyan music, Raba could not ignore the history of the region.
It's difficult to say Libyan music. Libya is influenced by a diversity of styles, and geographically, Libya shares a border with Egypt. It's in the Sahara, has a border with Sudan. You can hear a lot of African influences in the music. The Turks were there for almost 500 years.
And it's precisely this rich diversity that inspires the music of the Libyans.
Every song is different. Rhythmically, the Abi Khoneni, the first song on the album, we feel the African beat and groove. Then in the song Yigdal, you feel the Western harmony, you feel Italy. And in Ata Khatani, a wedding song, you feel Turkey. So it's a blend of cultures.
Raba is not alone behind the project. He shares the task of working on the musical arrangements with bass player Yankale Segal, while Pedasur Benatia, the head of Or Shalom, a Jewish living cultural center in Bat Yam, has played an important role in the research.
Or Shalom Center has a lot of archive material. They're doing great work preserving the Libyan tradition. They have recordings of cantors, liturgical songs, and stories. They record the stories and songs of other Libyans living in Israel. They even have a monthly newspaper for Libyan Jews. These are deep ancient texts. The goal is to protect them and renew them. Texts that were stuck in drawers and now they're back in the front. We're just here to dust these texts and put them back in the front without interfering.
And so far, the new musical arrangements have been a success, prompting them to perform in local and international festivals.
We're open to everyone. You can find yourselves in a World Music Festival in New York or performing in an Orthodox synagogue in Philadelphia. In Israel, we perform in festivals or performing just for the Libyan community in a city like Bat Yam.
But despite the success of keeping the ancient soundscapes of Jewish Libya alive, there is still one more dream to be accomplished.
Especially after working on a project like this, you feel having the first concert in Libya, to feel it and learn where all this music and culture comes from. Inshallah, I hope one day we will have the chance to perform there.